will come very quickly because that's the way President Trump is. He's a man of action.
And by the way, there's a lot of people, I switched around and I said, that was unbelievable. I wonder how it's being covered. So late at night, I flipped around and they were focusing on the president's questions, which someone zoomed in on.
Oh, the notes?
Yeah, by the way, I expect sometimes if people don't do presentations for a living or if they don't have the luxury of or the honor of asking questions for a living, you might be a little naive about that and say, why does the president have to write down questions? But I got news for you. Every single person who is reporting and mocking the president for questions, we have questions. They're not the most complicated things. They're bullet points. We're involved in a conversation. You need to be able to look down and say, oh, yeah, I got to remember to bring that up. I got to remember to thank the person. I got to remember to thank the flowers. So who gave us the flowers for the show. And for people who do this, to mock the president because he wrote out questions is so disingenuous. It's very hurtful to people that trust networks.
I think what the networks had a problem with is he wrote a response. Whoever on his staff wrote a response to one of the questions and it said, "I hear ya." Like that was what he was supposed to say to the kids.
It was just 5 points. It wasn't even in his handwriting. Listen, everybody.
And he never said that word. He never said, "I hear ya" to the kids.
By the way, that's a mindset you have to have. I'm listening. I'm not. This is not a speech. I'm listening. I might write that down on a page myself.
Everybody always has some notes. Those were his notes. We don't know who made them.
Here's the thing, though. That does not need to be their conversation on the other networks. This is about kids' lives, keeping our schools safe. We need to come together. We need to stop. It's not about politics here. It's about keeping our kids safe. I have a young daughter. I want her to go to school without having to worry about this. It's not about the notes that he has in his hands. He's doing the best he can. He's trying to listen to these kids. Period, paragraph.
All right. Meanwhile.